Hello everyone, welcome to Chess Fight. And today I'm going to show you the game between Liren versus Parham Maghsoodloo. This game was played yesterday on 21 August 2020. This is the game from the Chess Olympiad which is just been going on, and this is the round number 3. So as you know, these both players play very great chess. So it is going to be very interesting to see what is the result is going to be and how the game will go. So Liren is white and Parham Maghsoodloo is black. So let's start the game. So Liren started with 1c4, knight to f6, knight to f3, c5, the English opening, knight to c3, d5, opening up the position, c into d5, knight into d5, e3, e6, bishop to c4, knight to c6, castle, bishop to e7, d4, c into d4, e into d4, castle, rook to e1. Both sides are just developing their pieces. a6, bishop to b3, bishop to f6, giving some pressure on this isolated d4 pawn. And here knight to e4. Idea is to take the bishop on f6. So here bishop to e7 back. Queen to d3, developing the queen. Knight to b4, attacking the queen on d3. So here queen to d2, b5. Planning to play bishop b7 and also getting some space on the queen side. So here a3, attacking the knight on b4, and now knight to a5. Here a into b4 is not possible because of knight into b3. And now there is a fork on the rook on a1 as well as the queen on d2. So this cannot be possible. So after knight f5, here Liren played bishop to d1. Here knight to c4, attacking the queen on d2. Here queen to c3. Here knight to d5, re-attacking the queen on c3. Queen to d3. Rook to a7. Bishop to c2. Giving some discovery. Idea is to giving some discoveries on the h7 pawn. So here g6, stopping all the discoveries. Here h4, planning to play h5. Here rook to c7, just taking the c file, open c file. Here h5. Here rook to e8. Here h into g6, h into g6, knight f to g5. Some tactics can come after knight into f7. So here f5, attacking the knight on e4, and now knight into f7 cannot not also be not possible because f5 have been played. So queen to g3, and now bishop to f8. Here guys, you cannot take the knight on e4 because of knight into g6. Here bishop into e6, and here queen into g6 check, king h8, queen h6 check, king g8, and here queen into e6 check. And guys, more pieces are going to coming up, and it's just game over for black. So after queen g3, Parham Maghsoodloo played bishop to f8. Here knight to c5, e5, knight to f3, e4, attacking the knight on f3. Here b3, attacking the knight on c4. Here guys, Parham played e into f3. A much better move was to play bishop to d6, attacking the queen on g3. Because after queen g5, queen into g5, bishop into g5, here knight to b6, here b4, rook to h7, bishop to b3, king g7, bishop into d5, knight into d5, and guys, this is just complete. This position is better for Parham Maghsoodloo, and this position should have been played. But after b3, Parham gone for e into f3, just not making the position complicated and just simplifying the position. So after e into f3, queen into g6 check, rook to g7, rook into e8, rook into g6, rook into d8, knight to d6, g3, king f7, bishop d2, bishop to e7. Now the rook is trapped, so here comes the exchange, rook into c8, knight into c8, bishop into f5. Now the rook is also attacked and the knight, so here rook to c6, bishop to e4, knight to b6, bishop into f3, bishop to f6, now targeting the d4 pawn so that the rook on a1 will have some problems, as well as the knight on c5. So here rook to c1, bishop into d4, knight into a6, rook to f6, attacking the bishop on f3. So king to g2, rook to d6, knight to b4, knight to e7, bishop to f4, rook to d7, rook to c7, asking for a rook trade. So here bishop to b2, rook into d7, knight into d7, and now a4, pushing up the pawn. So here b into a4, b into a4, knight to c5, a5, bishop to c3, a6, because Liren just don't mind giving the knight on b4 because here comes the a7 and black cannot stop the a8 queen. So after a6, knight to c8, stopping the pawn moving on a7. So here bishop to b7, attacking the knight, and here black can't do much. So in this position, after bishop to b7, guys, Parham Maghsoodloo resigned the game, and the game was won by Liren. So guys, this was just a fantastic game by both the players. There are many attacks which we saw made by Liren. So guys, if you liked this video, then please like it, share it, subscribe it, and thank you for watching.
You just walk right out the door. Don't wanna do this anymore. Now I'm lost without you.